Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If you've never been here before, welcome. It is August the 24th, 2024, and it's about 5 o'clock at night in the evening, and I have a book haul for you. Let me get things up here. Let me cover up my diamond painting. I've been diamond painting today since I got back. Where I live, close to where I live. And so I went with my friend today, and my friend Chris, and I got a few books, enough that it warranted a box to carry out. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show my favorite author, one of them, Lee Child. I picked up a couple of his. This one is Without Fail. Skilled, stealthy, and unknown, Jack Reacher is the perfect man for the job. To assassinate the Vice President of the United States, theoretically. The head of a high-level Secret Service security detail wants Reacher to find the holes in her system and fast. A group of desperate men already have the Vice President in their sights, and they will stop at nothing to realize their objective. All right, and then I also picked up Nothing to Lose. Two small towns in the middle of nowhere, hope and despair. Between them, nothing but 12 miles of empty road. Jack Reacher can't find a ride, so he walks. All he wants is a cup of coffee. What he gets are 4 hostile locals, a vagrancy charge, and an order to move on. They're picking on the wrong guy. Okay, so I found also The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. This is a classic. I don't think I really need to tell you what this is about because I don't know. All right, and my friend Chris has this one, so she handed it to me. The Bluebird and the Sparrow by Jeanette Oak. There were moments when she wished she were an only child, that her mother had never blessed her with a baby sister, not a sister like Glenna. Okay. And we'll do this one. Then I found this one for my friend, but she already had this one. A Searching Heart, also by Jeanette Oak. So this is part 2. And then I got 2 books by Diane Fanning, and she is a mystery writer. I've never read her books, but this one says Oak Ridge, Tennessee, otherwise known as the Secret City, rose seemingly overnight in 1942, built by the U.S. government. No one was quite sure what its purpose was or where it came from, but there was certainly something going on. Libby Clark, a gutsy Bryn Mawr graduate, is determined to find her place as a scientist in a world where women are thought better suited to housework and marriage. As the only female scientist in the top secret facility, Libby is excited to begin what she believes is important government research. She soon begins to suspect, however, that not all is as it seems. And to make matters worse, one frosty night, she discovers a dead body sprawled behind the bleachers. No one else seems to think finding the killer is important, and it's up to Libby to make sense of the situation. Aided by a band of like-minded scientists, Libby follows every possible lead until she comes to a shocking and unexpected conclusion. And then, Treason in the Secret City. This is Scandal in the Secret City. So this one says, 30th of May, 1944, Libby Clark is roused from sleep by a colleague in distress. Marvin's cousin Franny has been charged with treason, and he hopes that Libby can find a way to help prove her innocence. Libby, a chemist at a secret World War II facility in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, agrees to help her friend and pursue the truth. Libby's investigations soon uncover treachery, but the evil at Oak Ridge seems to run deeper, and in Libby's determination to uncover the truth, she not only finds herself up against the authorities, but also entangled with a deadly cabal of indoctrinated spies, greedy opportunists, and unscrupulous collaborators. So they sound really good. Okay. And then I picked up a couple David Baldacci. This one is 0 Day. And it doesn't say what this one's about on the back. And then I got The Forgotten. And it just talks about the writer. Both of those did. Let's go with, and I had this one in my car on Amazon. I picked up The Great Gatsby, but I don't need to now. And this is a classic, so I don't think I need to read that one to you. I picked up this one, Trial of the Innocent. Trial of the, Innocent, because it seemed like it sounded like a good one. It's called Shadow Catchers, and this is the first one. It says, Eve Sheridan cannot shake the suspicion that something is very wrong about her sister Rebecca's marriage. Giles Dawson, a handsome, debonair man, has taken Rebecca away to a dream cottage in the English countryside. But Rebecca's letters to Eve are filled with foreboding, even a sense of impending danger. Then, without warning, Eve is thrust into a maelstrom of intrigue and terror. As she attempts to discover the truth about her sister's husband, she finds herself linked up with Pinkerton detective Alexander McKay and embroiled in a case that could cost her her life. And it says, will Eve's struggling faith to trust God despite all obstacles prove strong enough to prevail against the evil that surrounds her? And I picked up The Scarlet Cord. And it says, hidden within the Battle of Jericho is the story of Rahab, a beautiful and brave young Canaanite woman who aided the Israelites by hanging a piece of scarlet cord from a window. The act of faith changed her life by placing her in the genealogy of Christ. Rahab is the youngest daughter of a Canaanite farmer taken to Jericho for the pagan New Year so her father can find her a wealthy spouse. Salah, the Israelite boy, who had once saved her from being kidnapped, is also in Jericho. When the two young people meet again, they admit their love for one another, but their different religions make marriage impossible. Okay, and then I picked up The Phantom of the Opera. Another classic. I'm sure you don't need to know what that one's about. And Wise Man's House by Melody Carlson. Yes, it looks to be an Owen. And that's a pretty long description. I have another Melody Carlson. Here it is. River's Call. And it says, what happens when the ties between generations are severed? Anna Larson's daughter Lauren is confused, brokenhearted, and misguided. It's the turbulent 1960s, and feeling alienated from her mother, Lauren chooses to stay with her paternal grandmother. However, repelled by the woman's manipulative and spiteful ways, Lauren returns to her mother, the river, and the inn at Shining Waters. But as time passes, Lauren, now a mother to her own defiant daughter, faces a new crisis, one that puts the entire family at risk. Okay, and then I got Lisa Wingate's Word Gets Around. Lauren Eldridge thought she'd wipe the dust of daily Texas off her boots forever. Screenwriter Nate Heath thought he was out of second chances. Life's never that predictable, though. Cajoled by her father, Lauren is back in town, helping train a skittish racehorse set to star in a Hollywood film. But the handsome screenwriter gives her more trouble than the horse, and Nate is realizing there's a spark of magic in the project in the eyes of the girl who is so good with horses. And picked up this one. It's called Famine by Liam O'Flaherty. And it says, Famine is very much more than a good historical novel of the Great Hunger of 1845 to 49. It is a magnificent assertion of sympathy and the perpetual struggle of the mass of humanity for bread, freedom, and civilization. It is an indictment of tyranny, and the callous misgovernment of a people treated as if they were in a state of armed insurrection instead of being on the point of destruction by famine. It is an appallingly lifelike study of extreme, prolonged, and widespread poverty, a poetical but never gushing or rhapsodic expression of love for the Irish people. William Plomer. Sounded really good. And I also picked up Oracle Bones, and it says A Journey Through Time in China, and this is by Peter Hessler. And it says, a century ago, outsiders saw China as a place where nothing ever changes. Today, the country has become one of the most dynamic regions on Earth. In Oracle Bones, Peter Hessler explores the human side of China's transformation, viewing modern-day China and its growing links to the Western world through the lives of a handful of ordinary people. In a narrative that gracefully moves between the ancient and the present, the East and the West, Hessler captures the soul of the country that is undergoing a momentous change before our eyes. And then my mom has been trying to get me to read this book. So I found it and I bought it. It's called The Jerusalem Assassin by Joel C. Rosenberg. And it says, the enemy is invisible and moving fast. The body count is rising and time is running out. Marcus Riker has spent his entire career studying killers. One thing he knows for sure, a peace summit is the ultimate stage for an assassination. President Andrew Clark is determined to announce his historic peace plan from the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. But when senior American officials who support the plan begin violently dying, Clark orders Riker and his team of CIA operatives to hunt down those responsible and bring the killing spree to an end. When the Palestinians denounce the American plan, the Saudis signal they may be ready to forge a historic treaty with Israel. Could the Saudi king's support be the missing ingredient that will lead to peace at long last? Riker soon uncovers a chilling plot to kill the American president. A well-sourced international alliance is dead set against the peace plan. They will stop at nothing to strike a blow against the Americans and seize leadership of the Muslim world. With all eyes on Jerusalem and the president in the crosshairs, it's up to Riker to eliminate the terrible evil that's been set in motion. The fate of the region depends on his success. He has 48 hours. So that's my little haul, and I think I did pretty good. I spent less than $30, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 books. So I thought I did pretty good. And so if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me and you haven't already, please click that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next video.